This is for entertainment purposes only.
3 True Stories Behind Popular Myths, Part 2. Number 3. The Lost City of Atlantis. While Atlantis is a myth created by the ancient philosopher Plato, many believe it was inspired by real ancient civilizations. These civilizations were advanced for their time, and later disappeared under mysterious circumstances.
Morbid Facts, Part 153. Per Olin, known by his stage name Dead, was the lead singer for the Norwegian black metal band Mayhem, as well as the Swedish death metal band Morbid.
Thanks for tuning into another episode of Quik Reaction TV, the coolest vibe on YouTube. Like, subscribe, and rock the bell for new releases. Join the Quik fam, it's free and helps the channel grow. I've got a scary selection today. Let's get to it. Quik!
People Diver finds underwater world.
A location in the Western Sahara Desert of Mauritania called the Rishat structure. It's also commonly referred to as the Eye of the Sahara. What's so spectacular about this is that it just so happens to match more than a dozen striking similarities to what Plato had described as the lost ancient capital city of Atlantis, which was said to be made up of concentric circles, 3 of water, 2 of land, which matches the Rishat structure. It also is said to have an opening to the sea at the south, and if you look at it from satellite imagery, you can clearly see that water had ran through it. Furthermore, it was said to have mountains to the north, and you just so happen to have mountains called the Atlas mountain chain, which Atlas was said to be the very first king of Atlantis.
3 True Stories Behind Popular Myths, Part 2. Number 3. The Lost City of Atlantis. While Atlantis is a myth created by the ancient philosopher Plato, many believe it was inspired by real ancient civilizations. These civilizations were advanced for their time, and later disappeared under mysterious circumstances. One such civilization is the Minoan civilization on the island of Crete. The Minoans were known for their advanced architecture, art, and maritime power, much like the description of Atlantis. The myth of Atlantis continues to fascinate us, a testament to our enduring fascination with lost civilizations and hidden knowledge. Number 2. The Bermuda Triangle. The myth of ships and planes mysteriously disappearing in the Bermuda Triangle has a basis in truth. This area, located in the western part of the North Atlantic Ocean, is known for its unpredictable weather and strong currents. These factors have contributed to numerous accidents over the years, leading to the area's ominous reputation. While the Bermuda Triangle is not officially recognized by the US government or any international geographic organization, its legend persists in popular culture. Number 1. The Legend of Dracula. The infamous vampire Dracula was inspired by a real person, Vlad the Impaler. Vlad was a 15th century ruler of Wallachia, a region in modern-day Romania, known for his brutal and ruthless tactics. However, the vampire attributes associated with Dracula were added later through folklore and literature. Bram Stoker's 1897 novel Dracula solidified the connection between Vlad and the vampire legend, creating one of the most iconic figures in horror literature.
You got me.
Fishermen just got video proof of the megalodon for the first time. Just 3 days ago, Daniel Gomez, a local fisherman, caught something incredible on video. This started when he set off to his regular weekend fishing road off the coast of Maryland with high hopes of getting some good catches. In started off slow, but after 45 minutes on the water, something big caught onto his hook. He reeled it in. It was a 13-pound spotted trout. He was super excited as this is far above the average sea trout size. He continued onward to another great fishing spot. But something wasn't quite right. The waves moved in a strange way and everything just felt off. But he tried to ignore the feeling and kept fishing. He kept fishing for 2 more hours but didn't catch anything good. He was about to head back when in the distance, he saw something that made his blood freeze. He saw a 5-foot-tall fin swimming close to his fishing boat. This shark was far bigger than a great white shark. He quickly tried to start his engine, but it wouldn't start. He began to panic and it didn't get better. The huge shark began to swim closer to the vessel. The shark began to circle the boat as if waiting for something. Daniel finally got the engine to start and was about to leave. But what he would do next, he'll never forget. He took his camera, stuck it under the water, and started to record. He believed he captured the shark on video, but didn't look at the video. Then he immediately put the boat on full speed and made his way back to shore. But when he checked the footage, he was astonished. This wasn't just any shark. It was a 60-foot megalodon that he had clearly captured on video. He has just released the video. To see it, press share, then more, then click on Google.
Boy, if you don't get...
Mermaids are actually real. Yes, you heard that right. Keep watching to see the real footage. A real-life mermaid has just been spotted off the coast of Puerto Rico. A man named Paul Logan was out for a morning run along the beachfront of Dorado in Puerto Rico. He stopped to take a photo of the sunrise when suddenly he felt a vibration come from underneath the sand. This was not normal. He was in shock. Paul then began to hear whistling and crying noises coming from further out in the water. He thought maybe a baby dolphin had gotten into difficulty, and so put on his life vest and began to enter the water. This was his biggest mistake. The water felt colder than usually, like an ice bath. It began to freeze his body, sending it into shock. He couldn't move. He took out his phone to call for help, but that's when things took a turn for the worst. Right in front of him, he could see a figure, like a woman standing around 10 meters away from him in the water. She whispered his name. She was trying to hypnotize him. He grabbed his phone and videoed the mermaid before she kidnapped him forever. To see the video, comment, "I believe Paul."
Hell no.
We got another one over here? What are those? What the fuck's going on? On each side of the boat? What are those trails called? What's something swimming fast underneath that water? Something swimming real fast underneath that water. I hear him. Where's he at? What the fuck is that noise, bro? What is that noise? Where are you? This is crazy. I heard it. I heard it. I hear it. Oh my God. That's crazy. That's nuts.
Megalodon has been extinct for about 2.6 million years, or has it? In 2022, scientists discovered a shark graveyard off the coast of Australia. As they were dragging their nets to hopefully gather animals to study, they were shocked to find hundreds of shark teeth. They found shark teeth from makos, great whites, and a shark they believed to have evolved from the megalodon. So what ate all those sharks? Also in 2022, on a completely different mission, scientists claim to have picked up a massive 50-foot, 40-ton shark on their scanner underneath their boat. They said they were amused to see the shape appear on the scanner, but they quickly lost their excitement when the shape ended up being just a large school of fish. In the 1960s, some men near the Great Barrier Reef in Australia spotted a massive shark. It's always Australia, bro. These men were in their 86-foot crew boat and needed to drop their anchor to make some engine repairs. While they were making the repairs, the crew was absolutely shocked when they saw the biggest shark they'd ever seen slowly moving alongside their ship. The men on board concluded that it was definitely not a whale, and in fact, it was a shark. They claimed this shark was so large it rivaled the ship in size. Initially, the men kept quiet about it for years, not wanting people to think they were crazy. You ready to go swimming?
Oh my God!
Morbid Facts, Part 153. Per Olin, known by his stage name Dead, was the lead singer for the Norwegian black metal band Mayhem, as well as the Swedish death metal band Morbid. At age 10, he was attacked by some bullies who injured him so badly that he was legally declared dead for a few minutes. After this incident, Per began an unhealthy obsession with anything related to death. He collected dead birds, wore corpse paint when he performed, and even routinely cut himself while on stage or in front of friends. Olin was believed to have suffered from Cotard syndrome, a mental disorder characterized by the belief that you are truly dead and don't exist in reality. In 1991, Dead took his own life by slicing his wrists and throat and shooting himself in the forehead with a shotgun. He left a note that was very brief because he didn't believe that he was alive in the first place. His body was soon discovered by one of his bandmates, who immediately ran to a nearby store and bought a disposable camera instead of calling 911. He took multiple photos of his dead friend and would later use one of them as cover art for a future album.
What? What the fuck?
Things humans weren't meant to see. UFO caught at gas station.
Cataloged 69 different species, different life forms. There's one species that at full adulthood is about 1.5 feet. There's another species that's 10 or 12 feet. The ones that people often refer to are around 3 to 4 feet, 39 inches or so tall. We have very good forensic drawings from men who've been on the retrieval teams of what these various species look like. The reason they keep coming back, number one, it's not a coincidence that the modern era of all this started when we started detonating atomic bombs. What Edward Teller and Oppenheimer didn't understand when they were developing that is that when you detonate an atomic bomb, you get, everybody knows about an electromagnetic pulse, the pulse that goes out, knocks out all electronic communication. What people didn't know about is there's also a pulse of what's called scalar energy. And scalar is faster than the speed of light.
I beg your pardon? I beg your pardon?
Here's 3 of the best UFO videos you've ever seen, Pooshkis! tell me what you think of these amazing videos in the comment section. Shabadoo Mooshkies! Shabadoo!
Come on now, dog. Come on, man.
Looks like something, there's some kind of object that's suspended in the air. It's hard to tell. It's pretty small. I cannot see it outside of my eyes. One of that targeting pod. You can see something. I can't tell if it's metallic or what. And there's, I can see like lines coming. Down below, but I can't see anything below it. Pretty small, I don't know, size of like a four-wheeler or something. One looking outside is kind of like a blackish, I'm going to call it like a container. I can't really tell though what the shape is. It's just so slow and so small and you can't see it until you're so close. I'd honestly be worried about hitting it before you know it was there. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below it. I'm going to call it a balloon. You can definitely see strings hanging down below, but I don't see anything below it.
If you made it this far, I appreciate you all. Please like, subscribe, and comment your thoughts on today's video. Join the Quik fam and share this video with your friends and family. Thanks, and I'll see you in the next one. Quik!